Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 125,000 bonus miles for a limited time through October 29th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends October 29th, 2025.
Welcome to episode 98 of the Inside Job Boards and Recruitment Marketplaces podcast. I am Stephen Rothberg with College Recruiter, where we believe that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career and that it should be easy and inexpensive for employers to hire them. I am joined today by my regular co-host, Peter Zollman of the AIM Group. Peter, welcome.
I didn't know you were going to talk about my health there. Actually, I'm not regular today. I'm battling a brutal cold. So if you hear me honking instead of speaking, that's the way it is. Thank you for the welcome. And we are joined by Mark Emery of Juvo Jobs, not Juvo Jobs, Juvo Jobs.
Good morning.
Sitting in Atlanta. It's morning or it's afternoon or it's evening, depending on where and when people are watching this concoction. But thank you for joining us. And obviously, since your name is not as well known as, let's say, Indeed or even Monster Career Builder or hundreds of others, why don't you tell us a little bit about Juvo Jobs, and then we'll ask you some questions.
Yeah, great, guys. Thanks so much for having me. So I made it in the under 100. Very exciting. Very exciting. Well, thanks again for having me. I really appreciate what you guys do and how you share information with others to, again, all to benefit, I think, what your mission is, which is to help individuals find a good job, good career, good income to be able to effectuate and live the lives that we all are blessed to be able to enjoy. Juvo is a culmination of my previous 15 years having an applicant tracking system and having millions of people hired through it, and then focusing specifically on the hourly workforce. Juvo is a mobile app that focuses, again, specifically on the hourly workforce that helps connect the employer and the job seeker in a little bit of a different way, more geographic than anything else, very specific to geography. Our whole premise and mission is to help people work within their neighborhood to shorten commutes and to be able to enhance their ability to connect with employers, learn about more opportunities as close to home and as quickly as possible.
Well, that's awesome. Commute time is obviously massively important. Now, when you said the app, do you also have a website version, or are you app first? How do you approach that?
Yeah, great question. So we actually launched app only for the first couple of years. We do have an employer web portal that makes it available for them. But what we realized when you're talking about the hourly workforce, a lot of times those managers are actually in the field themselves and don't necessarily sit in front of a laptop or at a desk all the time. So we really felt in our development that we should really focus and do the hard thing first, make sure everything works within the app to help us hone down on what's really important, the functionalities, and how to quickly get those two connected in the most efficient and effective way.
So tell us about some of the employers you're working with now and how many job seekers and what kind of traffic you're getting and so forth.
Absolutely. And I appreciate your comment that maybe not a lot of people have heard of us. Our primary way that we go to market is through partnerships, both to cultivate job seekers as well as employers. So we work with a lot of different companies that actually offer, as a part of their individual offering, our services. So I'll give you an example. We work with some background checking companies that, as they're doing background checks, they know that that employer is in the process more than likely of doing a hire. So we offer through that background checking company a package that offers that job posting, if you will, or that job announcement and that job opening bundled in with the price of a background check. So you will not find us necessarily out doing the big employer direct, if you will, advertising. but we have effectuated, and we have hundreds and thousands of employers on the network. If you go to the Juvo Jobs app, you'll be able to see a lot of the employers there, as well as job seekers. Through our partnerships, we have cultivated almost 12 million job seekers. We have not acquired a list of job seekers. We have not gone out to other sources and purchased, if you will, lists of job seekers. They are job seekers who have come to us through the partners that we have. Excuse me.
Mark's battling pollen, Peter is battling a cold, and I'm battling both of you.
Yes, yes. So my apologies. Nonetheless, that's kind of us in a nutshell.
Now, you say local partnerships. Are you working with local media companies, TV, radio, newspapers, or any of that, or no?
Yeah, other companies that offer HR services, whether it's skills assessments through some chamber of commerce. We have a whole host of partnerships that will either build us into their offering, into their technology, or just offer us on a tangential level.
Where are you regionally strong? You're based in Atlanta. Are you guys regionally strong in Atlanta or in the South or in Seattle for some reason? What are your strong regions?
And also, is it US only or other countries too?
Currently, US only. We have been asked by some of our partners who have international relationships or international clients to look internationally. And from a US perspective, if you were to look at our seeker base, it looks very similar to the density
Mhm.
of the US population because our partners are on a national level. And this is obviously is part of inevitably a two-sided marketplace from the employer and the job seeker side. It is very, very difficult from a partnership perspective to be able to lock down geographically. So when we really launched those partnerships and they came out, we immediately had a national footprint.
Hey, this is Brent Skinner, host of Small Talk Window here at the Work Defined Podcasting Network. Have you ever wanted a short podcast to listen to during a coffee break of your workday? You've come to the right place. My guests dispense with the small talk as quickly as possible and settle into a meaningful conversation around the world of work.
Interesting. Going back to the hyperlocal aspect of it, at College Recruiter, we started to partner with what they now call Google Cloud. It used to be Google Job Discovery, then Google Cloud Talent Solutions. But basically, it's like licensing their search software.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I really learned back in 2017, 2018 was that in certain areas of the country, a mile can take you 15 minutes to drive. It can take you an hour to drive. If you're like in Connecticut and just a few miles across an open stretch of water is Long Island, that's a couple of hours because you have to drive all the way around. How does Juvo Jobs handle that? When you're looking at hyperlocal, is it the time it takes people to commute? Is it the distance? How are you guys handling that?
Yes. It's interesting. Obviously, as you morph, it's a lot of people say, oh, jobs close to where you live. In the hourly workforce, and I believe and check me on this, but the average age of the hourly worker now, I think, is about 28.
Okay.
And what we found is they don't live anywhere, they stay places. They are a very transient age. If you remember in our early lives, you moved around. So what was important is to focus on where are you now and where are you going to spend the majority of your time. So we really focused on local to you. If you were to go to the Juvo Jobs app right now, download it, you're going to see you on a map, and then you're going to see work all around you. Now, from the employer side, what's interesting is a lot of employers will go on to a job board, and that might be on page 12, 13, 14. With Juvo, the only people who see your opening are people who are local to you and or that are traversing through. So, for example, if I live in North Atlanta, we'll call it Roswell. And to your point, Stephen, I drive 6 miles down to the perimeter to 285 to Perimeter Mall. That's easily a 45-minute to an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
Okay. How many jobs do I pass, again, more specific to the hourly world, on those 6 miles or in that hour or 45 minutes that are one block off of the exit that I would never know about?
Yeah.
How many employers live on Main Street, I'll use that term loosely, but how many employers live on Main Street? A lot of them are one block off, or a warehouse that is on a highway behind a whole bunch of trees that nobody sees. So we've really focused on geographic and how do we match them close to where they are on their commute here. My trajectory changes. Now I'm in school, so I want to find jobs close to campus so I can work between classes. So it's just a different approach.
So is it based on the commute time, or it sounds like it's distance, like that they're presented with a map and maybe pins on a map or something?
Yes, yes. Primarily distance currently.
Okay, so the candidate then knows, oh, if I'm there and there's a big river in between me and that job that's 300
You've been
feet
to
away.
Atlanta.
Yeah, and living in Minneapolis, we have a lot of lakes and rivers, and it's the natural geographic boundaries that often kind of mess that kind of thing. Okay, so it's sort of at first blush, it's distance because it's a map, but the candidate is going to is probably going to understand, oh, that pin that's 300 feet from me is actually going to take me an hour to get there. The other one that's 400 feet away from me, I can be there in 3 minutes.
Keep in mind, we don't expect, from the app perspective, our job seekers will download the app. Most of them will create a profile, but we don't require that. But they don't have to come back to the app. We will push notifications to them based off of what they said they're looking for. So NBC did a thing on us. We were the Tinder for hourly work, various analogies, but inevitably, our goal is to make you, the hourly job seeker, aware of work opportunities around you. We don't expect you to come search the app. You tell us what you're looking for, pay rate, type of job, and those kind of things. And then when you get close, we'll push that job to you.
Interesting. Peter, I think we have time for one more question. You want to grab it?
Yeah, I want to ask the basic questions. How long you've been around, bootstrapped or venture-backed or funding, and how many employees and that kind of thing.
So we launched right before COVID. What a great idea.
Brilliant timing.
Yes. Focused here in Atlanta. And within about 3 months, we had about 8,000 job seekers in the Atlanta area. Obviously, once COVID happened, we kind of decided to focus on how were we going to get to market and scale. So coming out of COVID is when we actually started really digging in on the partnerships. And that has quickly taken us over 15 months to a very robust national presence. I would say that we are definitely an early stage. We are funded by myself, my wife, and some angel investors. What was your other question?
How many employees, and all based in Atlanta or virtual?
Virtual. And at any given time, there's 5 full-time employees, and then we bring in people as we need them, because we actually do what we call Juvo Jams, and we do events locally in different places. So we'll bring on teams to be able to help create a presence in a given community. It's a lot of fun. It's an amazing blessing to get to work together and watch it work.
I suspect on that note, we got to leave it there. Hope to meet you soon when I'm up in Atlanta. And
I love that.
Thank you for taking your time.
Yeah, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Stephen, thank you for managing this and doing what you do. And I didn't have to blow my nose once, but as soon as we hang up.
Life is full of small blessings. Mark, it's been awesome, and I love the partnership strategy. Very cool.
Thank you, gentlemen. Enjoy your day.
Cheers.
Every minute your finance team spends wrestling with data is a minute lost. Insight Software's AI-powered insights instantly move you from complexity to clarity. Automated analysis, real-time reporting, strategic recommendations, all at your fingertips. Transform how your finance team works and watch your business grow. Stop wasting time. Start making smarter decisions. Learn more at insightsoftware.com/AI.